Welcome to Sunday Friends, Session 15. I'm your host, Camille, the Dungeon Master, and these are all my lovely players. Oh gosh. There's a lot. That's 9 if you're counting. I know, the cuteness is rather overwhelming. So, today is a special kind of crossover where Fate's Chosen is going to be joining Sunday Friends, but they are not there yet! They're on the way. Fate's Chosen. No, Sunday Friends. Sweet, sweet Sunday Friends. Before we get started, we did not start the first dawn this last Saturday, aka yesterday, but we will be starting this next Saturday because our art was not ready, but as of today, our art is ready. Also, check out my lovely little art piece from Ioana. She did this up for me literally 2 hours ago. So thank you, Ioana. Okay. Sunday Friends, you have just recently met Devereaux's father. You slew a black dragon, a young black dragon. You have had a long rest. And you are now, what are you doing? You wanted to sell some dragon parts. How many dragon parts did you want to sell?
Well, we need to sell the heart. I believe that was supposed to go back to the person we met before. Oh, hold on. What's her name?
Gert?
Yes.
Gertrude. The
Yes,
sign says Gert.
Yes, we need to go and sell them. We need to take that to Gertrude. And I think she might also like some of the teeth and maybe a couple talons.
She will give you 300 gold pieces for the heart.
Okay.
How many talons did you want to give?
Let's do well, there's 4 of us and 10 talons. Does anybody want a talon?
I'm okay, Petals.
Dev? Kiri?
No, I'm fine.
You can get the talons for, you can sell them for 15 gold pieces each.
I feel like the right answer is yes, I want one, but I feel like the answer I'm going to give is no, I don't need any.
Okay, so I'll sell 8 of them.
Okay, you get 15 gold pieces a piece. Mindy, how much is that? What?
I think that's 90.
120.
120. Whoops. I did not 8.
And you wanted to sell the scales?
Okay, so the scales and the leather, I actually wanted to see if we could get made into scale armor for Dev and leather armor for Kendall.
The scale armor will take about 10 days to finish, and the leather armor will take about 7 days to finish. And she can do, if you give her everything you have, she can do both for an even trade.
Well, I don't think that Green
Sounds
Dragon's going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and give I've got 20 pounds of scales and 30 pounds of leather, and I'll give that to her.
Okay.
And we can, between what we need to do here and when we come back, we'll pick it up later.
Perfect.
And then I want to keep 5 teeth, and I'll sell her 20.
Teeth are 20 gold pieces each.
Okay. That's what, 400 for 20?
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
Y'all are rolling in it.
Yeah.
Your pockets are incredibly heavy now.
Well, actually, I have a bag of holding now.
Metaphorically speaking.
I try to stay as light on my feet as possible. Okay,
Good.
Oh, I I got a message from Leona. Kendall, you remember Leona?
Oh yeah. What'd she
Um,
say?
well, it's funny because she said that she heard that we might need help, and I'm not exactly sure how she knows, but I told her to meet us here. She said it would probably be a few days, but that her and Kestra and their group are coming, I think.
Oh, I wonder how. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, we're waiting. We have time to kill anyways. So, like I said, I don't think that green dragon's going anywhere.
Oh, Kiri, Dev, you're gonna love Leona. She's so sweet. Be
Um,
I
careful with
nudged Dev a
Kesra.
little
She's
bit.
a little.
I nudged Dev a
prickly.
little bit, and very pretty.
Who are
She's
these
an
people
elf
again?
too.
Really?
Who are these people again?
Well, Leona is she's a friend that we met before we met you. I kind of nudged Kendall. Kendall got into a little bit of trouble.
I was in the middle of a misunderstanding, and they helped sort things out.
If it weren't for her, then we'd probably both be just in a pit right now.
Well, I
Ooh.
was only gonna be in there for a couple days. I don't know. Maybe they lied to me
Well, we had to pay to get you out, so.
to get me out early. I was fine.
You'd been gone for like 3 weeks, Fuzzy.
Wow, that long?
Yeah.
Why
Why do you think I came to find you? Anyways, that's not the point.
Oh,
The
yep,
point
okay.
is, Leona and Kesra and their friends have helped us out before. And, if nothing else, they might be able to lend a hand with maybe negotiating with this dragon to get the sword or something. I don't know.
Do we think we're going to need help negotiating?
Well, we don't really have anything of value.
And also, we just fought a dragon, and I have a feeling that your dad did a lot of heavy lifting on that encounter.
I feel like you might be giving Dad a little bit too much credit.
I know, I hate doing it. It's terrible.
You spend most of the time hiding.
I do
Fair.
not recall.
We were a little busy.
Yeah, I watched you all get toasted a little bit, so...
Oh, I was fine.
So we zoom out of this scene with Sunday friends, and we find ourselves in a much colder location north with Fate's Chosen. It is the next morning. Zytharia has had servants rouse you all to wake. You have about 30 minutes before you need to leave. What would you like to do?
I need to talk to everyone, including Zytharia, privately.
Like individually or together
No.
privately?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
Heavens, no. Whole group. Private. I need to talk to every single person. No, I need the whole group plus Zytharia, but I need no prying ears.
Okay, you can do so. In the morning, before you do head off, Areo gives you one last kiss.
Stay safe.
I don't make any promises, but I will be back. I love you.
I love you.
Before the dawn breaks, he is gone. You find yourselves, all of you, in a small kind of chamber, a waiting chamber. Zytharia has gotten a mage to teleport you to a cleric to teleport you to a temple of Vandra nearby in Grassgrave. So while you are waiting for that cleric to arrive, you may speak privately and freely to each other.
don't be mad. But I said don't be mad, Kesra. I might have seen something last night. I will glance over my shoulder and make sure we are alone.
You are.
Zytharia, do you happen to know of something that was taken from, say, I don't know, a dragon and kept away in the depths of this castle keep?
That's kind of a complicated question. I mean, the Grand Mistress is a famous dragon hunter. She has the head of an entire ancient white dragon mounted in the dungeons.
So I think there is a possibility that there is also a dragon egg.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I also think that dragon egg might potentially be the egg of the dragon we are going to see.
Oh.
So, I don't know exactly how attached the Grand Mistress is to her
Collection?
prized collection, but that might be something worth considering when we're engaging the dragon. From what I saw, the egg was, not necessarily given willingly. So.
Well, I can go steal the egg and bring it with us.
I mean,
what's she going to do? Break up with me?
I would hope not. I also don't. That seems. If we happen to get there and there happens to be an egg in your bag, I don't think that would necessarily be a bad thing. And then if we don't need it and it happens to end up right where it started, then no one's the wiser, except for us.
I'll be right back. Okay, bye. You watch as Zytharia reaches into her pack, pulls out a cloak, a black cloak that kind of shimmers with a bit of magical energy, ties it around her neck, and once she flips it up, you get the sense that she is, if you did not know she was standing right there, you would not be able to see her.
Oh.
Be right back! She disappears.
How did you come to see this, Leona?
Yeah. Yeah, how'd that happen?
Well, I was praying to Sarenrae, and I decided to just invite a vision. It's different than last time.
So, should we make sure that we tie you up at night before you go to sleep, or?
No.
Last time.
I didn't reach for a vision this time. It was different.
So the real question is, if nothing had wandered through your open door, would you have started looking for a vision? Sunshine?
I don't know. Maybe, but probably not. What?
At least your hair didn't change colors this time.
Right, and I woke. I didn't go unconscious. I didn't try to kill anybody.
Yeah, you didn't try to kill me this time. That's an improvement.
I trust me. I understand the risk.
Oh! Hey, this is Zytharia.
Oh my god, it scared me.
Go away.
Oh, hi, Zytharia.
Oh, hi, Zytharia.
Whoops.
Wait, is Ray still alive?
Yes, he left early this morning.
I would like to see if Leona is lying.
As if you'd be able to tell.
Leona, does Alexander believe you?
I hope so. Do you want me to roll something?
Would y'all like to roll?
I mean,
First
I
rolls
would
of the
like.
game.
I would like to roll insight. I mean, we've seen Leona go ragey. We've seen her go We've seen her go really depressive. Like maybe she got all sneaky in the abyss this time, and she's just lying to us. And she killed Ray.
That escalated real fast.
Eldon's playing with this scar that is fading, but he's playing with it and thinking the same thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
What the?
17. It's probably lower than your like basic deception score.
No, not quite. pretty close. But I mean, it's a good roll. Yeah, she's pretty earnest.
Okay.
I feel like there's no hint of like that. Oh God, she spent some time in the abyss, which you have seen in the past.
It's just what they want us to think.
You know what you know.
So it sounds like you found some leverage then.
Well, I don't know if we want to use it, but I don't really. That ancient dragon was strong, and even with as many of us and as many of us as there will be, I don't know. It may not be a bad idea to have a alternative to fighting.
I absolutely agree.
Let's not forget, definitely didn't kill us when it had the chance to.
That's true, but it really wanted the sword. I don't know. Well, I say that. I would imagine it would really want the egg too.
But it doesn't. Hopefully, it won't know we have the egg.
Right.
In the middle of this conversation, somebody appears within your midst. It is a cloaked woman. When she pulls her head back, you see the familiar horns, dark skin, ruby eyes of Zytharia. I've got it!
Oh!
Welcome back.
Maybe we put. Do you have a bag?
Oh yeah, I got the bag. Put this in the bag.
Did we? I guess DM. This is more of a question with kind of some of the hand waving we're doing. Mm-hmm. Does Captain Burke know that we're teleporting to Grassgrave and that she's going to fly us there and meet us there, or do we need to talk to her first?
You've already told her.
Okay, thank you.
We've already told her. Okay, good.
That was something I was going to ask.
Cool.
It'll give us time to take care of business by the time she gets there. Maybe.
Back at the ranch. Sunday friends.
Did you say a ranch?
Yes, it was a joke. Obviously not a very good one if you have to explain it. It's
what
fine!
What a pretty
I'm
ranch.
a cowboy.
No, that was yesterday. Okay.
Is there a kitchen anywhere nearby?
No, this entire town does not have a kitchen.
Yeah, but like
There is
how
a tavern
close?
that you could use their kitchen.
Is anyone hungry?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Fuzzy?
I'm trying to eat. Trying to get food. Sustenance. Keep my energy levels up.
Okay, let's go get something to eat then.
Yeah. We worked really hard the last day, so it's only natural that we want to eat.
Yes, eat. That place looks good. Can we go there?
Okay.
What's it called?
What is it called, Kate?
What is this building?
It's an older, decrepit building, leaning to one side a little bit.
Is it a restaurant? Is it a bar? Is it
It's a
house?
Bar restaurant.
Bar restaurant. Alrighty. This is this is just Carla's Cafe. It's not when you go in, there is no one even remotely resembling anyone that might be called Carla. So you're not quite sure who Carla is.
Carla's
or why
Cafe. Okay.
Or why it's named after Carla, because it's a good chance Carla's not actually in the building. But Carla's Cafe, been around since God was a child.
Great.
Carla's Cafe. This looks good. Let's go in here.
Sure.
I didn't wait for anybody to respond. I walked inside.
He's already going, Salix. I say we just follow and see what happens, right?
Okay. I have an uneasy feeling about this.
Anybody want a drink? I'll get us drinks.
It's just food. You don't have to worry.
It's just
yes.
food.
Yes, me, please, yes.
A drink
Thank you.
for Dev, a drink for Kendall, a drink for Kiri. Kiri doesn't drink. Kiri drinks. Kiri drinks a lot. A drink for Kiri. And how about you, Petals?
I'll just have water. I'm pretty
And
parched.
a drink for Salix that's made of water. Okay, I'll be back. And I like just run over to the bar.
There is an older gnomish man who sits on the bar. Can I help you?
Oh, I hope so. I would like 3 alcoholic beverages and 1 water, please.
4 silver.
Sure, of course. Also, I lean a little bit and I reach into my pouch and I slam a piece, something wrapped in a piece of paper, and I say, "And if you can cook this for my friends and I'd really appreciate it."
Make a
And I slide it.
Make a
Okay.
persuasion check.
It's a 16.
Oh yeah, that's enough to do it. That's good enough for government work.
And I slide an extra couple of silver, like 6 total. If you can do me a favor and slice it like really thin,
Like
so
bacon.
it gets. Yes. Do you know what that is? They have that here?
Yes, son, they have bacon everywhere.
Oh. Well, I don't think it's made of. Well, this meat is also from where you get bacon, and I'd appreciate your services.
All right.
And I grab all the cups and I go back. Drink, 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 and water. And they're bringing us out food.
What'd you order?
Bacon.
Uh,
They have that here. Did you know that? Everybody knows about bacon.
Kendall, bacon's like everywhere, and
I can tell you one place that it's not.
I don't think we should just eat bacon alone for a meal.
Oh, you want potatoes? I'll go get potatoes. And
He's
I rush
gonna-
off to go order potatoes.
Okay.
I start druid crafting some of the herbs in my flower crown to make myself a small salad.
Can I have a salad too?
Yeah,
Please.
it's gonna take
Two
a little
potatoes?
while, but we'll get a couple salads.
Okay.
Fate's chosen. Anything else you'd like to do before you leave Wolfcrest?
Pick up some poison resistance of some sort.
Oh, you don't need that.
Oh, okay. Great.
Right. Okay.
I'm
Why?
a cleric. Duh.
Okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
What's that?
I don't know.
How does
She reaches into her bag and pulls out a chalice that is encrusted with gems. Do you know what this is?
Chalice
Looks very
encrusted
Very,
with
expensive.
gems.
very pretty.
It's very expensive.
expensive?
I'm going
Yeah.
to use it in a spell to make you immune to poison.
Oh.
Oh.
Does it have to be
Oh.
that one? That seems awful expensive for.
It's got to be 1,000 gold pieces worth.
That,
She
yeah,
puts it back
just
in her
carry
bag.
that around.
Oh.
Yeah.
I picked it up this morning. Don't look at me like that. I just don't just.
No
carry
big
it
deal.
around.
It's fine.
No?
Sorry,
Uh,
do you,
I feel a little nauseous.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah.
do you need me to heal you, Kesra?
Nope. I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Well, are we ready to go?
Let me just say goodbye to Sura real quick, and I will be ready to go.
Okay. You find Sura in the library.
Imagine that.
Oh, hello. Good morning. I thought you would be gone by now.
We're on our way out now. I just wanted a quick kiss for.
Of course. Do you need anything from me?
Just that kiss. That's enough to carry me through.
You are so corny.
You love it.
Go on, get out of here. Don't die.
Not planning on it. I've already defied fate once. Not gonna tempt my luck a second time.
You know, I would really appreciate that.
Right. I'll see you when we return. And I will kiss her and then run back to the group.
Okay. Tony, your web capture is not up? After a brief moment, Atlas returns to you all, and you are joined by a very short halfling. She looks very sweet. She's got kind of a big face, big curly brown hair, and a big smile. Hi! You ready to go?
I think so.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Sure.
I'm Antonia. I will take you to Grassgrave, the Temple of Avandra there.
Great.
Yeah, it's great. Great. Yep. Thank you.
Don't seem so dour, Eldon.
It's been a while.
Oh,
Let's
you've
see,
been
there's
to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. Perfect. Let's go.
All right.
Lead on.
Over with.
Okay. She makes a circle around the lot of you and starts to whisper some things in Halfling. Does anybody speak Halfling?
Probably. Yeah.
It's a simple prayer, not unlike the things that you would hear from your own nighttime prayers. Just wishing for safe passage and that Lady Luck be on your side. Okay, goodbye.
Bye. I say in
Whoosh.
Halfling.
You all feel a pulling at your navel as time and space begin to warp around you. After 3 excruciating seconds of wind howling past your ear, flashes of bright and dark lights, you find yourselves with your feet flat on the ground in Grassgrave. You are standing in an open field, which is surprising because you heard that you were going to a Temple of Avandra, but you see that it's not exactly a field, but it looks like a big checkerboard, and you see quite a few halflings are in the middle of a game of checkers. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Are we standing on their board?
Yes.
Sorry for interrupting.
Okay. Sorry, yes. Pardon us.
I hate that shit.
Apologies.
Really? I learned quite a bit from it. We'll see. I mean, I'm getting better at this whole movement thing. We'll see what happens.
Is it more than the airship?
That's fair. That's fair. So they're playing checkers, right?
Yep.
As I step off of the board, I'm like, shame you could have double jumped over there.
Mother bitch!
Yeah, my bad.
Dang it! He laughs. How would y'all like to find your friends?
Oh.
So can we go into how big is Grassgrave? I should know the answer to that.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big, but the general vibe of this area is a little decrepit. Eldon, welcome home.
Is anyone familiar with the area?
You might say that, yeah.
there a place in particular where we could go and check some taverns? I can cast sending, but if there's a general area, I could save some.
You just do what you do and cast message as you walk through the streets.
Yeah, just I haven't been here in 20 years. I don't know.
Okay, well,
That's fair.
Let's get reacquainted then.
Leona?
I mean, it might help if we know what we're looking for. I'm
A couple elves, right?
Oh yeah, two wood elves.
And they have 2 companions with them. I don't know anything about them, though.
Yeah.
all right.
Would you like me to cast Sending, Leona, or would you like to cast... I actually don't know Kendall, so...
We'll save some time. I'll cast Sending.
Okay. 2.
Salix. Hi, Salix. It's Leona. We made it to Grassgrave. Where can we find you? Can't wait to see you. Okay, bye.
Salix, you're in the middle of crafting your salad.
I'm not taking off my flower crown at the moment, but it's in my hands and I'm like pulling random leaves off, and I just stop and kind of look vaguely in the air and I go, oh, and then you hear back, oh, hi, Leona. Oh, it's so nice to hear that. We are at Carla's kitchen. Do you want a salad?
I will, before I respond, I will turn to Eldon. Carla's Kitchen? Does that sound familiar?
Somewhat, yeah. I
Do you know what direction it might be in?
that one.
Do you know how far it is?
We'll
don't remember,
Let's
I'm
just
sorry.
start walking, and we'll just ask people. It'll be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna keep casting message until we're 60 feet away.
I'm gonna ask the first person that looks like they might possibly know where a Carla's kitchen is, and
Make an investigation check.
oh, good, because I'm so investigative. Oh, well, that's not bad. 14 plus 1. 15.
And actually, to stick you along, Carla's Kitchen's on the north side of town, which is close to where you are. And you find someone's like, oh yeah, it's over there.
Thanks.
No problem.
And we'll start heading towards Carla's kitchen.
I'm gonna, when we're within 60 feet, I will cast message. Hi, Salix. It's Leona. Yes, please. And then we'll enter the establishment 10 seconds later.
Kendall is back at the table at this point in time. Kendall, Salix, Kiri, and Devereaux. You see walk in the door a group of 6 compatriots. 2 half-elves, one of pink hair, one of brown. A rather exquisite-looking human man. Another human man with a red mohawk, and a soldier, followed by a very dark-skinned tiefling. Kiri, you might even recognize the drow in her. Her ears are very long. She's got them pierced, ruby eyes, long white hair. And you see that as she enters, she actually keeps her hood up a little bit. Cover her horns.
Salix?
As I see Leona, I pop up, discarding my flower crown and all of the leaves on the table. And just a side note, Salix is about 6 feet tall. So I run over and I practically pick up Leona, like spinning you around.
Leona. She's only 5'3". So, but I will return the hug very eagerly.
Oh, it's so good to see you. I have something for you. I'll give to you later. But come on. Hi, everybody.
Is our custom order ready yet?
Yeah, it just came out.
Is my salad ready yet? I'm just like eating the leaves that are on the table.
Mouthful of food. With potatoes in both hands.
Wait, are these the people we were waiting for?
There's two of them. I don't know the rest, but hold on, let me.
Oh, so hi, everybody. I'm Salix. I don't know most of you. Dev, Kiri, this is Leona, and Kessera, and hi, new people.
This is Eldon, Alexander, and Atlas.
Alexander!
What about your friend in the back with the hood?
Hello, I'm Zaitharia Kelcrest. It's nice to meet you, Kendall. I've heard a lot about you from the Raven Queen.
Oh.
I am a high priestess of the Lady of Fate.
I'm
the Lady of Winter.
just Kendall for now. But I know who that is.
I'm sure you do. She sent me to you to help you.
Oh, so she heard me.
She always hears us.
That's comforting.
Wait.
Anyways, are you hungry?
Blondie,
Are you all
you know
hungry?
the half?
Alexander, you know.
Yes, I met Devereaux, I don't know, 6 months to a year, something along those lines, before stumbling upon you.
That's a very small world.
It
Can
can
be
be.
surprisingly small, yes.
You're looking well.
Well, thank you. You're not looking too bad yourself. You seem to have garnered some fame, at least.
What have you heard?
Yeah, what
Well,
have you heard?
From Leona, it sounds like you four killed the dragon, didn't you?
Yeah, we just did that.
We sure
Well,
did.
there you
and
go.
I chomp on some more bacon.
And, I mean, you know, not everyone gets to meet the future Empress, so you can add that to your list.
Wait, who's that?
Forget about
May I
that
present
sometimes.
Her soon-to-be Imperial Majesty, Leona Swiftsilver.
I'm gonna reach out and hit you. Lightly. Playfully.
Forget
Kendall.
about that sometimes.
Kendall, you didn't say anything about her being engaged to an
No,
emperor.
Dev, I didn't know. I would have said something.
I've never met an empress before. What do I
I've
do?
never met an empress before either.
Really nice to meet
Oh, she's-
you.
She's just a person.
Salad? And I hold out the leaves.
I'm going to sit down and take a piece of bacon off of Kendall's plate.
And I'm gonna watch as
I'm gonna
she
chomp
eats
down
it.
on it. Is it surprisingly delicious bacon?
You take a bite. Kendall, you didn't really notice, but Kessler, you are a long-time purveyor of bacon. It's got a bit of a... The bacon's not cold, but it's got a bit of a... Kind of a... Oh wait, this is a black dragon. It's kind of got a bit of a umami taste to it, like a, almost bitter, like it's been salted and cured for a long time.
You got weird
Uh-huh.
bacon here.
Weird or delicious?
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
right. I gotta try that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bacon. I'm gonna take a bite out of it. It's just weird bacon.
I guess it just tastes better when you work for it.
Kendall? Is that dragon bacon?
Wait a minute.
What do you think, Salix?
Well, does anybody want some dragon bacon?
No. Wait, hold on. And I
Wait.
grab like a handful of it, and then okay, yeah, have whatever you'd like. Just help yourself. This is mine.
You
I'll try a piece. Also, you're Kendall.
Yes, I'm Kendall.
I've-
You are.
bacon.
I remember your name, and your name is
You can can call me
Raven.
No, Atlas.
Ratless?
Atlas. Just
Oh, you
Atlas.
started with an R. Atlas. Hello, Atlas. Help yourself to some bacon.
Thank you.
I'm more than happy to share.
Heard some rather good things about you from a mutual acquaintance.
Oh?
Yes. Sura.
Oh, you know Sura?
I have known her for a very, very long time.
I've known her for just a little bit of time. But not too little, but like not long.
Kendall, can you please stop talking with your mouth full? It is so distracting. I'm trying to make salad over here.
But does eating bacon distract you from making salad?
It's
sorry,
because
I
you're
ate most of
talking
it.
while you're eating.
All right, you've told me
See why
about
she
this.
likes you.
Oh, huh? And I eat a potato.
Ooh,
Quietly.
Leona, your hair is very bright.
Oh, Thank
Sorry,
you.
I just wanted to say that.
oh, thank you. It is. It changes color sometimes.
So, about this dragon,
Yeah.
Kendall, what are you going to do? Because here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing about. Do you know about green dragons at all?
We did a little bit of research. We didn't get very much. They live in the forest. They're pretty cunning.
They're
Something
very
about
cunning.
poison.
They breathe poison gas. Yes.
That's all we got. We were working from kind of a small library.
Well, this is Daventarth. He is an ancient green dragon known for, how do I put this? He likes to corrupt people.
In what way?
Well,
Corrupt-
specifically the good-hearted. He wants people to go against their better nature in order to get what they want. It's very convenient for him that he has the Sword of Cass. Because here's the thing, we could go in there and we could talk to him. I'm sure he would be reasonable. But what he might ask you might be more trouble than just fighting him. So, what I'm trying to say is that you have a choice to make, and it's your choice to make. We will support you no matter what you do. But you can go in there and you can, reason with him and talk to him and see what he says and say, hey, what would you be willing to do to give me the sword? And he could be like, I want you to eat your friend's face. And, then they're up shit creek,
Well,
I think that's a good plan.
What, eating your friend's face?
No, talking to him.
Oh,
If we talk to him, we can still end up fighting him. If we
exactly.
fight him, I don't think we can resolve that by talking to him. So
Of course, and if you do not want to fight him, I understand. However, what he might ask you to do might sound reasonable on the surface. Until you do it, and you see what kind of harm you can cause. It is Daventart's greatest joy to see a good soul corrupted. So, what I will do is, before we go in, I will prepare us a hero's feast. We will all partake in it. We will all eat. We will be immune to frighten and poison. Meaning that his breath weapon will not do anything against us. He will still be a formidable foe, though.
Yeah, well, that breath weapon is what we really need to watch out for.
It is. He can
Yes.
kill many of us in a single hit with that.
Almost did a few times.
You muted, Mindy. Can't hear you.
backing up a bit. I'm sorry.
What?
You've encountered this person before?
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
We actually were in possession of the sword for a short period of time. And then
Who
it
had
was
it?
no longer in our possession.
Who was holding the sword?
None of
The
us.
dragon.
Well, I
Well-
was holding it in my bag, but then the dragon attacked us, and we
And
just gave it to him because we didn't want to die.
It became very
Yeah.
apparent very quickly that we did not have the best odds. I say that. I don't really remember most of it because I was unconscious almost immediately.
Yes.
But
yep. Close up poison breath is pretty shitty.
It's not fun.
Sorry, Tharia, you can protect us against that though.
I can protect you against poison and being frightened. I can also give you a little bit of extra life from this hero's feast.
It's helpful. But
do you know of
And
any
we
other
even brought
weaknesses?
What was that, Alex?
Do you know of any other weaknesses on this dragon in particular, maybe?
No,
Did
this
anything-
dragon has lived for thousands of years. It's pretty beyond the point of weaknesses.
he didn't kill us when he had the chance, so I guess that gives points in the negotiating favor. So that could have happened very, very, very easily.
So, Kendall, Salix, Curie, Devereaux, what would you like to do?
I always like to try to talk to things before I try to kill them, but lately it seems that talking isn't always a good option. But if you'll allow me, I'd like to talk to him.
Well, as long as you're not trying to go by yourself. I mean, I am not your boss, so I cannot tell you what you can and cannot do.
You're not going by yourself, Fuzzy.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't gonna suggest it, Petals.
May I ask a question? If this did come down to an altercation, what skills are you coming to the table with to help fight against this dragon?
What skills we're bringing to the table? Because you're the ones that came to help us. What can you do, Atlas?
I have a natural immunity to poison. I am extremely fast. I can stun with a mere punch. I'm nimble. I'm quick.
That's pretty impressive. I feel things.
Excellent.
But I'm also pretty good with a bow and a couple of short swords.
I would love it if you would elaborate on the I feel things part of that.
I cast detect portal.
You watch as Kendall's eyes shift between, they're naturally blue, right?
Like a blue-gray, yeah.
From their blue slate gray, and they are covered in black for a moment, then swirl of green. Kendall, you detect one portal about a mile north of here.
See, about a mile from here, and I point in which way would be north. There's a portal.
Where?
We could find out, or we could not, but I know it's there.
Camille, about how far away was the checkerboard to here?
Oh, not far. Maybe like
Okay.
10 minutes. No,
Okay.
not like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Y'all must think I'm devious.
I mean,
Sometimes devils with pitchforks come out of it. Sometimes it's a never-ending sea, but I haven't found all of them, but
pitchforks.
I can feel things around. And I kind of swirl some black and green smoke around the table with my hand.
I mean, impressive, but and then I swirl some black and green smoke around the table. I mean, that's not particularly hard.
Did you know that portal was there?
I don't, but I also don't know that you're telling the truth.
All right. Okay. All right. Fucking measure dicks at this
This
table.
is not productive.
I'm just
got
eating
a thing.
bacon.
Alexander, I can vouch for Kendall's abilities. I mean,
all right,
he can sense tears and I don't know, reality. It's weird.
I'd actually be able to explain it better if I knew what it was, to be honest with you.
Oh.
How did you learn how to do this? Kendall?
It kind of just happens.
No one taught you?
No. Where I come from, everyone teaches you how to be a druid.
But no one showed you the way?
I guess maybe the Raven Queen helped a little. Or a lot.
I
Or most of
nudge
the
you
time.
and I say,
Kendall, you're forgetting Sentinel.
Oh. Of course you didn't forget about Sentinel.
Who's Sentinel again? Oh yeah, Sentinel.
my face goes beet red.
Wait. Sentinel.
God,
I guess Sentinel just gave me a book and now I can read a different language.
this world is too weird.
Wait, you all know Sentinel.
It's too small.
I mean, no is a strong
Some of us
word,
more
but-
than others, but yeah.
We've met him twice.
Oh, do I notice Salix blushing?
Oh, yeah.
I've got my eye on the quiet one.
Got my eye on the room.
Well,
around us.
so I'm pretty good with the spear, and you know I've got some druidic magic too. I'm also really fast.
I can sing songs.
And I can heal people. Good. We're all on the same page now. I don't. Okay, let me just back up. I usually don't heal people unless you fall unconscious or you die. So let's just put that into the and out there. If you're to like just if you take a hit, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm more gonna worry about the thing that's hurting you. So just not all clerics are healers, okay?
I will heal you because I'm also kind of a cleric.
Well, I mean, the goal is to not have to worry about that, right?
Right.
So.
Of course.
Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Correct. Also pretty good at talking to people.
So maybe you should talk to the dragon.
Oh, I'm 100% okay if Kendall wants to take the charge and take the lead on that, but
I don't think I can
am
let
more than
anybody
available.
else.
What?
I don't think I can let anybody else talk to the dragon for me.
That's probably fair, Kendall.
Didn't exactly leave on the best terms either, so.
I don't know. I think we gave him what he asked for.
Yeah, we were also like right on the edge of total obliteration, so.
All right.
We still gave him what he wanted.
That's true.
That being said, if we are not there or are not seen first, it might be better because he'll know our face already.
Might even remember our names. Fucking Sam. So what's the plan, Hotshots?
I
Kiri?
say I talk to him and whatever happens, happens.
Kiri, what do you think?
Well, like Kendall said, ideally we talk to this person and see what he wants, I suppose. I mean, worst comes to worst, if we go in there and he says, "Oh, eat somebody's face," we say, "You got it." Just turn around, get everyone else, turn right back around, and start a fight if we have to. But if it's something less abominable, I mean, we should probably exhaust a fair few options before we elect to just go fight a dragon because it's green.
I 100% agree with you. However, I spent a fair amount of time studying dragons, and I would just be careful, because the more time you spend with the dragon, the better it will get to know you, and it is very smart. Very clever. The more time you give it, that's more time it has to hatch a plot against you. And I would say that of any dragon, not just green ones, but green are notoriously intelligent.
Zatharia,
Go ahead, Alexander.
have you heard, is this one, I mean, it didn't use it on us, but you wouldn't happen to know if it's capable of casting spells, would you?
I would not be surprised. I did a fair amount of research on this particular dragon last night, and the Grand Mistress says that this one always escaped their attempts at foiled their plans, I think is the term she said. And if this dragon has the Sword of Cass, you have to give it credit where credit is due. That is not an easy item to keep.
What's so special about the sword?
Do you really want to know?
I mean, if we're about to fight a dragon for it, it would be ideal.
Yeah.
Do you like me to tell you the story of the Sword of Cass?
I want a bridged version if you have one.
A long time ago, there was a rising lich, the Whispered One. I will not say his name. The Whispered One rose through the ranks. Not ranks, what am I saying? He rose in power. He wanted to become a god. He wanted to follow the Raven Queen's footsteps, to become the god of secrets. He had a right-hand man, a lieutenant, Cass. And together they were a fearsome duo. They commanded legions of undead, necromancers, liches. In fact, they gave necromancy the bad name that it has today. The Whispered One did rise to godhood, but the legend is unclear before or after whether Cass betrayed him then or not. But the story goes, Cass had a sword, a legendary sword that could not be defeated in battle. A blade of obsidian. And the legend says that this sword was greedy. This sword urged him to get more power, to overthrow his master, the Whispered One. Cass betrayed him, the god of secrets, and took away a lot of his power in doing so. The Whispered One defeated Cass, but rose as god still. The legends say that the Sword of Cass remained, always seeking out hunting necromancers, hunting liches, hunting undead, ready to be wielded by the right champion. That's the.
I'm going to
Go ahead.
go ahead and apologize for being blunt, but I'm afraid I don't know any better way to ask this question. You see, I know the four of us are here to acquire this sword. We have no business with this dragon beyond the fact that it is in possession of the sword. Is that what you are all here for as well? Are you here for the dragon? Are you here for the sword? Because I think that would probably change how we go about this problem if we're here for two different things.
We're here for you. So if your only aim is to get the sword, then until that plan changes, that's our only goal.
I hate to say it, but from what you just told us about the sword, it doesn't seem like there's very much, if anything, that the dragon would give up for it.
That's up to Davenport.
I turn to Kindle.
You know, I know we really need the sword and you'd rather talk to him, but I don't think that you're gonna like the price that he'll put on it. I think Zaitharia's right. It might be easier just to fight it.
It's only one way to find that out.
Also, how good are you at talking to voices in your head? Which one of us did the sword talk to last time? Was it you, Blondie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will say that, Kendall, if you are to be the one, as Zytharia says, wielding this, you will need to steel yourself.
I don't know if you guys have any experience with cursed items, but tend to curse for a reason. Take it from experience.
I kind of pulled the neck of my shirt down where you see a nasty scar that starts about right here and it goes just straight down.
Yeah, we know.
No.
Atlas, you said you were fast? How fast?
I can almost keep up with the horse.
So let's say hypothetically, if we were to talk to this dragon and we were to not like what it says, and fighting were to begin, do you think you would be able to maybe get past the fighting and get the sword and get out?
Depends on how distracted the dragon was, but it's definitely a solid plan.
Would the dragon just let us walk away after we stopped distracting it?
Kiri, I think that you're discounting what the dragon would do. You think it's going to let us walk away? It would burn down every city until it found us. If it wanted it that bad.
It tracked its sword through the Grim to an elven village there. I think the only reason it didn't burn it down is because they had some protection from their god. And it would have done anything. Gone anywhere.
I think you're right, Puddles. And Zytharia. I know it's not ideal for the situation, but well, I have my word to keep, and this isn't just a promise that I can't keep without severe consequences. And look, there's a lot of us here now. And I don't doubt the strength of any of you. And I look over at Salix, Kiri, and Dev. And I'm glad that you're here. And look at Kesra and Leona. And there's 4 more people who have never met us, and they're here to help. And I think we can do it. I think we can. Or I think I can with all your help.
Way to find out.
There really is only one way. Plus, we just fought kind of a smaller dragon. This one's going to be a lot bigger. So that's something new and exciting at the same time.
Sure, it's going to take all of us. But we can do it. I hope.
It'll be fine.
I won't let any of you die for long.
That's
Same.
comforting.
And I
Same.
can help with some of that as well.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can a little bit. You just choose not to. But
She
That's
doesn't.
why I said I can't.
She doesn't choose not to. She just isn't able to.
That sounds like a cop-out if that's you're asking me, but nobody asked me, so.
I mean, y'all are just repeating what I said earlier, so doesn't mean it matter to me.
and it's not the same thing as won't. But it's neither here nor there. Between the lot of us, we should be able to keep everyone alive and safe.
Literally while you're here, right?
Right. That's why we came. And hopefully it won't come to that. But if it does, we've got your back.
Thank you all for coming.
Of course. What time of day is it, DM?
It is morning.
And that should be enough leaves for your salad. Here you go, Leona.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that took a while. So, did everybody, did we want to just go now, or did we need to
I need
do
about
some-
an hour to prepare your feast.
And how long will that feast last us for, Cytharia?
24 hours.
Are we more than 24 hours away from the heart of the Grim? Because that's where this thing is.
True. We might.
Perhaps it'd be best for us to set out while we have most of the day and get closer. Perhaps we can
Yeah.
get there tomorrow or the day after. I'm not Atlas. I know you haven't been out of the Grim, but I mean, once we're in it, I mean, will you have a better idea? Did you really ever leave the heart, or no?
I was there for a while. I did wander about. I mean, my main responsibility was in the garden, but I did wander around from time to time.
You know, we might know somebody who knows where it is.
Who?
The last person to take the sword from the Green Dragon.
Oh. They weren't exactly amenable to interlopers last time. I mean, there's more of us this time, but...
Well, at least somebody can go in and ask them to point us in the right direction.
Last time Sam was there.
Well, Sam was a human for a reason. And Sam was also there for a reason.
I'm sorry, who are we talking about?
A dragon in disguise.
Sam was the dragon.
Davenport.
Okay, yes, who are you talking about seeing?
Oh, there was a tribe of elves. They live in the Grim. They live there, and it was one of them who somehow made its way into the dragon's lair and stole the sword.
I'm pretty sure he was the only one that made it out.
Yes. We almost think, I mean, especially actually, because I thought after what you just said about him enjoying corrupting people, I wouldn't be surprised if Daventarth killed his group and gave the boy the sword just to watch it play with him, because that young man was in agony.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
I was able to remove the curse, break his connection to the sword. And then I had a delightful chat with it.
I don't imagine it had a very delightful chat with you.
That is correct.
What does it do exactly to the person wielding it?
Well, that young man, it crippled him. It turned him into a raving berserker. And when he wasn't holding the sword, it was slowly killing him.
I look alarmed at my brother. And back to you.
Is that what it does to everybody?
Hopefully not.
Raven Queen is sending Kendall, then I would imagine it will be different for him. But
And honestly, if it's not, it doesn't matter.
Excuse me, it matters to me.
It does. It most definitely matters to you. And that's why I have to do it.
no, we feel like I
Perhaps
mean,
we
we
should
already know. Go ahead, sorry.
Perhaps we should take these conversations on the road.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Let's do that.
Why are you so anxious to get out of here, Eldon?
This is home, and I don't want to be here.
Oh. Situation like mine, or more just you don't have good memories?
Take a long time to discuss.
We have a
All
long
right.
trip ahead of us, so
That's true. But
Y'all got
you know,
any-
we got a dragon to deal with, right? So we need to do that.
Sounds like
right?
he doesn't want to talk about it.
Reasonable. Y'all got anything you need to have done before we all ship out?
I'm gonna need 10 minutes to myself, but after that I'll be ready.
Sure. All right, I will go wait outside.
I'm gonna follow Kester.
Yeah, I'm going with her. Yep.
But I'm gonna before we get outside, Eldon.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
I will say to you, I find that oftentimes the things that we want to talk about the least are the things we need to talk about the most. We don't have to right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we will.
okay,
We will. I'm just processing a lot right now.
whenever you're ready. And I'll walk outside.
I will also pat Eldon on the shoulder and say, I'm here for you, and then follow everyone else out.
If Sunday Friends is still at the table, I'm going to sit down next to Dev. Well, you were telling me about one elf, and now I see you surrounded by three. Quite the lucky man.
It's just a coincidence, really. Raw and pure coincidence. And I wonder, have you found yourself that strong woman that you were clamoring for?
It's a bit delicate right now, but the taciturn one is my current conquest.
I see. She seems, I'd say nice, but I'm not sure that's the right word for it.
She's quite delightful. She's just a little bit grumpy. It's a bit early.
Oh, I know plenty about getting up early and being grumpy, but maybe her mood will improve as we get traveling?
Her mood will improve as we get drinking.
Oh. I see. All right. Well, Kiri's my friend I've been traveling with for a while. We had separated for a little bit when we ran into each other, but we wound up getting back together shortly after you and I parted ways. So, I suppose now's as good a time as any to introduce the two of you properly. Kiri, this is Alexander. Some sort of wizard?
Yes.
Good
Some
to meet you,
sort.
Alexander.
And Kiri's my best friend.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Kiri. That's interesting armor you have.
Oh, I'm from very far, very long way away.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure we'll have time to talk about it on the trip.
I'm sure we will.
Good luck.
Kiri
Can I jump
wanted
in,
to...
like-
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Can I jump in like a 15-second time machine and hop back just a quick second?
Yeah.
As Leona is heading out of the tavern, I want to like get her attention, like catch her for a second. I'm sorry. This is something you just mentioned briefly. You said your hair changes color sometimes?
Well, yes. I mean, it's only done it a couple of times. Blue, and then gold. Usually it's this color, though. It wasn't something I knew. I'm not gonna say I could do, because I don't think I really did anything. But yeah.
Mine does too.
DM, I know why, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was for a second. I was like, wait, do I know why my hair changes colors? You a Ladrin?
I am.
Only ever met, kind of, sort of, met. One other. I'm only part Eladrin. I'm not sure what part. But
You know, I've only really been in this part of the world for not a terribly long time. I've never met someone native who experiences that sort of thing.
what part are you from? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, your people call it the Feywild.
Oh. Wow. I don't. Wow. I only know a little bit about the Feywild. What I learned from an old friend, really. What's it like?
Well, you know, that's kind of asking like what this place is like. There's
That's
there's
fair.
a lot of it.
There's a lot of. There's a big spectrum. What's
Mm-hmm.
your favorite part then?
My favorite part is the last place I called home. It was a small settlement at the foot of a mountain. It was always twilight there. Our queen, she lived at the top of the mountain, and she would come down and visit us, and it was like nothing that... I don't think it's like anything that is anywhere in any other part of the world.
What was your queen's name?
Well, we don't really use her name out of respect, but
Oh,
most people know her as the Queen of Air and Darkness.
do I know anything about the Queen of Air and Darkness?
Why don't you make a history check?
Woo! Oh, lordy, lordy. 11?
No?
Well, out of respect, I will refer to her as your queen. Why are you here? Again,
There was...
Sorry.
The rest of the Sunday friends are still at the table, right?
Yeah, I'm not hiding this conversation.
I kind of whisper over to Salix, if I knew that this was the way to get to know Kiri, I would have asked a lot more questions earlier.
There was a conflict.
Okay.
The most recent war between the Seelie and the Unseelie Fae. I participated and evidently did not pick the correct side, and I was sent out.
Which side were you supposed to pick?
The winning side, evidently, but the Seelie Fae won. I was exiled. And so here I am. Don't meet many Eladrin, half or otherwise, in this part of the world.
So, can you go back?
Nah.
Never.
I guess that depends on who you ask. Some people, yes, ideally never. I like to think that I'm just waiting.
Do you have a plan of how to get back?
You know, up until probably 4 or 5 days ago, absolutely not.
Okay, well, it's been 4 or 5 days since something happened.
Yeah, I think I just need to get a message to the other side now. Or at least try to. Can't hurt.
Well, I don't know if there's anything I can do to help, but if there is, I would. I know what it's like to be removed from your home unwillingly. And while my story ended up being far more exciting on the outside, I know what it's like to miss home. So,
Well, if there is anything, I'll be sure to let you know. But it's good to meet you, Leon, this Swift Silver.
it's good to meet you, Carrie.
And that is where we will take our break. We'll be right back for more of this Sunday Friends Fate's Chosen crossover. Everybody, please please stand, stretch, get some water, wash your hands while you're at it. You never know. We'll be right back. Check out this message from our sponsors. Welcome to the stream. I'm Camille, the Dungeon Master! Master of Dungeons. And camera angles. Tony! Take it away. Wait. Can you start over?
We would like to give a special thanks to our sponsor, Campaign Coins, makers of fantastic items such as this concentration token, these fantastic coins with D20s on them, and of course the Devon Rue Compass marker used for all of your home games. These are fantastic. I personally use them to keep track of all of my advantages and crits. They just ended a Kickstarter for a new series of coins, so keep your eye out on their website for all kinds of new and fantastic stuff coming out. Back to you, Camille.
Thank you, Tony. Fate's Chosen and Sunday Friends have combined for a very special task. To retrieve the Sword of Cass from a green dragon, an ancient green dragon, called Daventarth. They have left Grassgrave and make their way on the 2 to 3 day journey to the Hopeless Gardens. Does anybody need to do anything in Grassgrave before they go?
Did we already?
Go ahead, Alex.
Go ahead.
Alex, you go.
Okay, I was just going to say, before we head out from the tavern, can I walk to the nearest reasonably wooded spot? Take 10 minutes to cast Find Steed, and finally get my fucking steed that I've been waiting 5 levels to get.
Would you like to describe your steed for me?
I would, but first, can I describe the casting?
Oh, please do.
All right. I would like to walk to the most reasonably, the thickest, most wooded place I can find without going so out of the way as to, like, get everybody late on this journey. I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to try something that I have never tried since I left home. I'm going to begin singing an old song that I learned from an even older friend about being lost and finding friends and family even in the strange places that you least expect to find them. It's half a celebration of the things that you're grateful for and half a cry for help. And after 10 minutes of singing this song in Sylvan, I would like to summon the biggest, most majestic looking elk that is anywhere within whatever radius that this song reaches to. If you've ever seen Princess Mononoke, it's kind of like the forest spirit, but a little less creepy looking. Yeah, it's just a big, magnificent looking elk. And that is the creature I'm calling to as I sing this song. I think you're muted.
Mother! Fuck! After the 10 minutes that this ritual casting takes, you sit there in trepidation, waiting for someone to hear your call. And you hear a low bleat and some heavy footfalls as a massive elk, horns almost as tall as you are, wise, somber eyes, saunters into view. It drops to one knee in front of you and lowers its horns to the ground in a greeting.
And climb my head, give like a half bow in response. Walk over and sort of like lazily like trace a hand up from it, like it's face up to the base of the neck as I like sort of turn and mount the elk.
It's a little uncomfortable at first, but you pick it up pretty easily. And when your friends, when you see Kiri again, they have an elk mount.
Oh, Kiri, that's a beautiful elk. What's their name?
don't know yet. I'll make sure to ask.
Okay, well, just make sure to let me know because I don't want to call them the wrong thing.
I will.
Can you talk to all elks?
Well, no, not all elks. Well, not all elks all the time.
Is that a swamp elk? Is
I
there
don't think
elks a
so.
lot? Did you just find this one?
This is the one who answered me.
Oh.
Oh.
Kendall, I don't think a swamp elk is a real thing.
You see,
We're in a swamp. There's an
Kestra,
elk.
you see, Kestra, that's how you do it. You just summon your steed. It's pretty easy.
Was that what they did?
Oh, where's Red?
Probably back at the stables. I don't think she wanted to come.
Did you ask?
No?
Do I believe her?
Nope.
Do I believe you?
Nope.
Probably not. Does yours annoy you in your brain too?
No.
Just me then.
Salix, I've kind of wave Salix over, if you would, and lean in and I whisper to you, she talks a lot about brain problems. Is she okay?
I think so.
I lean down to Dev. I'm pretty sure everything annoys her, though.
Yeah.
Even this. She's watching us. Look, I'm whispering. Look at her face. Oh,
I look up at Kessler
not
right
liking
now.
that.
You're okay. This is very unsettled, both of you.
I'm very unsettled.
Sunshine, why
I
are
feel
they
it. I
looking
feel
at
that
me?
too.
I mean, I
They're
don't
all,
know.
like,
Maybe
right.
they're talking about
We
how
should
amazing-
get going.
Okay.
Now that everybody's ready, it looks like right. Everybody looks ready.
Been ready.
Can we go?
Everyone's
Okay.
got
Yes, we
such
can go. Yes.
bright, smiling, cheery faces for such an awesome adventure. Okay, let's all go. Yeah.
Oh, he's way too peppy.
I
I
They-
like
think
Peppy.
we'd
I
be
like
used
them,
to
yeah.
it by now, but I'm not.
Yeah. She's a special brand of peppy. Kind of.
And
Get, like,
Leona
immune.
isn't.
No, that's what I was saying. Immune.
Yeah, they're
she's
both special. just
Special
different,
brand of
special
peppy.
unique.
You, like get immune to it after a while. There.
pep.
Why are
I
you
was-
being so weird?
I whispered to Dev, well, Pappy, that's nice. She said we're spunky, whatever that means.
I was kind of being forced sarcastic, but that's fine. Okay. Do you want to lead the way, Kendall? You know where we're going, right? No?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly which way to go.
Dungeon Master. Okay. Yeah, it's this way. Let's go.
I pull out my map, and I'm gonna map the
What
whole way.
what does traveling look like for y'all? Narrate what your characters travel like with this group of people.
I'm probably. We don't have horses. I mean, we have an elk, and we don't have horses though. So, I imagine I'm walking near Salix.
So here's the thing: we actually have what, 3 horses, right?
If you
and
wanted to travel with horses, Ithariel could procure you all some.
well, we already have 3 horses, and Kiri has their elk. Kendall and I are almost as fast as the elk.
The Atlas is fast like a horse.
Yeah, so we can everybody who can walk fast can just walk, and everybody else can take a horse or
I mean,
something.
if we can get horses, that would probably be preferable, so not everyone's tired from walking.
What are the odds that Chauncey came with us?
Did you say Chauncey came with you?
Yes. He always comes with me. Come on. Okay. Okay.
I don't know if we can the teleport spell would have taken because we.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Everybody would have had to just be hanging on the horse to be in range.
You haven't met Chauncey.
Chauncey's a badass.
We could
For the
probably
sake
get a
of
couple
this,
more horses.
you all have horses.
Okay, great.
Does even Kendall?
Even Kendall.
It's a nice elk. I got a horse.
Mine's a pony.
Yes.
What does this 3-day
So-
trek look like?
To kind of like answer your question, I would assume that I am taking time to speak to each one of them separately, but like individually to just kind of listen to their story and all that stuff. I'm very interested about all the new people.
Eldon, Atlas, Kestra, Alexander, Leona, what does Kendall get out of you?
I'm a captain in the Imperial military on a personal assignment from the Emperor to watch over the future Empress. I've been in the military for 20 years. Didn't join willingly, but I'm really good at it. And as long as I'm around, ain't nothing bad gonna happen.
I am originally from Ireland. I have been on this continent for about maybe 3 years. I lived in the Hopeless Gardens inside of the Grim, protecting the Lorekeeper. When I was defeated and Lorekeeper was taken, I joined up with Fate's Chosen to retrieve it, and have decided to stay and travel with them to help fulfill the prophecy of the Valdahar one way or another.
You said a lot of words that I didn't understand, Atlas. You said lore keeper, right? I could be wrong. I could have heard you wrong.
I'm watching over the group.
Mally hard, and something. That's interesting. Was it fun?
Not exactly. But the main reason I'm here is because you are special to someone who is special to me, and I have your back. That is really all you need to know.
See, but now I have a lot more questions, Atlas. Are you talking about the Raven Queen?
I'm talking about Sura.
Oh, how do you know, sir?
We're kind of in a relationship of sorts.
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
See, I didn't know that always. Well, probably till like just like right now. I've known it for maybe 10 seconds. So I want to say
okay,
ignorance is an excuse, but I know that that's not true.
Kendall,
And I'm so sorry. I don't know what she
Kendall,
told you. Yeah?
It's okay. We both maintain multiple relationships.
See, now I have another question. I am in a relationship. That's a new thing for me.
No, she just thinks that you are special and she adores you. Therefore, I am going to look out for you because she likes you.
Hey, you know what? I like her. She's pretty cool. And you seem really nice too. So I'm glad that you're here. And I will also not do anything to make, I will help to make you also and keep you safe together. Yes, like brothers.
Much appreciated. I appreciate that sentiment. It's gonna be okay.
I like your hair. Haven't seen anybody else do it like that.
Felix snorts behind you and just starts laughing.
What? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. I'll be right there, Alexander. And I gallop over.
Was there something you needed?
Yes, and let's just pretend to talk, or you could talk and I'll listen. Just start laughing. Just start.
You are a strange fellow. All right.
Meanwhile, up front, Salix has moved up a little closer to Atlas and says,
I'm sorry about him. He's He's a lot smarter than he acts, to be fair.
I'm sure there's a lot behind that facade. He just needs to warm up to me, is what I'm going to tell myself.
We haven't traveled a lot, so a lot of things are new. If you get my meaning.
Grasping it, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And I just kind of fall silent.
Alexander, how do you answer Kendall's questioning?
Wow. Somebody throw up that oof card real quick.
I am a wizard. I am here to help Leona because she is not dissuaded from things easily. And probably that's about it. He's keeping it pretty close to the chest. Very cordial, very jovial, but not going to get a lot out of him.
I don't think Kendall was I don't think I was in the right mind to be paying all too much attention anyways. So thank you for the companionship.
What are the rest of you like traveling over the next few days?
I'd probably bounce around too. I am annoying with questions. But fortunately, if I sense that you're getting super annoyed, I'll either try a different angle or I'll just ask somebody else questions. I do want to have a conversation with Salix, though, at some point, specifically.
Okay.
I just know that when Kendall comes up and starts asking me questions, he gets sup. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. That's about it.
If I hear Kendall's questions to Kesra, I will provide answers.
God damn it.
Kendall wouldn't ask Kesra too many questions. I already know what she's like.
Okay.
Leona, take it away with Salix.
So I'll kind of match pace so I'm beside you. I'll probably wait until it's like where there's a little bit of space, and other people seem to be a bit distracted, particularly Kendall. So, Sentinel.
Yeah.
How long have you two known each other?
Well, we bumped into each other probably a few weeks ago, briefly. Kendall sensed a portal and I closed it. Sentinel found us as we were kind of recuperating and asked who closed it, and that was me. So him and Kendall had a conversation, and yeah, then he left.
Did you have many conversations with him?
Well, so I ran into him again at about a week ish ago. Time is funny.
I understand. Yeah. Go on.
He took me back to Kendall because I was separated, and we talked along the way, but that was only a couple hours of a walk.
A lot can happen in a couple of hours. I didn't know Sentinel very well, super well, But I do know he's very kind. Pretty handsome, too.
I gathered that.
Do you plan on seeing him again?
I guess if we run into each other again, then yes. But
That's not what I meant.
We're not really seeing each other.
Oh, okay.
It's just we've bumped into each other a couple times, and that's
Do you
about it.
want to see him more?
And she blushes again. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him again, but there's a lot going on, so not a lot of time to just go visit people.
That's fair. That's fair. But I don't know.
Why are you asking, Leona?
Oh, I'm just curious. You're a very nice person. He's a very nice person. I don't know. You seemed to like him a bit. For what little you know of him. I don't know. There are endless possibilities.
I mean, that's... There's a lot going on. He has things he's got to do too,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
His name is Sentinel.
Yes, he has quite the responsibility. Yeah. But, even people with lots of responsibilities can find time for other things.
I suppose so.
That is not what I meant, and you know it.
I just don't understand why you're so curious about this.
Oh, I mean, it's basically what I said. He's very quiet, but kind, and I don't know. When he was mentioned earlier, I don't know.
I kind of lean in a little closer. Well, to be honest, Kendall keeps teasing me about it too. It's a bit of a sore spot.
Oh. Is it not like that then? Or is it just that it isn't like that yet?
I feel like people keep making it more than it is at the moment. I
understand.
What
that.
day is this of how far have we gone at this point?
Day 2 out of 3, yeah.
Okay, I turn into a cat on my horse.
Okay. I'll lean down and pet the cat. We can talk later.
Meow. Meow. Kiri, what do these 3 days look like for you?
I think my biggest goal during these 3 days is to sort of get the hang of this whole telepathic communication with my mount. I would like to find out their name and just some cursory details. And I think I would also like to have, or let me rephrase that. I'm not going to say I would like to have. I would like to attempt to have a conversation with Gesra.
Your elk's name is...
Elky McElkface?
Its name
Rudolph.
is Tawn.
Todd?
T-A-W-N. Tawn.
Oh.
Got you. Okay.
You right up next to Kesra?
I hope you'll forgive me for being blunt, but I do get the distinct impression that you don't want to be here.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Call it a suspicion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, I don't think you guys should be here either, so.
a quick look over my shoulder. If I'm being entirely honest, I don't think we should be either.
Good.
I don't know. What was it like encountering this dragon first time around?
Surprising. And terrifying. Usually the shit we get into we kind of know about beforehand, have some sort of a chance. The only reason we're not dead right now is because he decided not to kill us. Kinda, sticks with you. When I say surprising, I mean literally he was a human traveling with us, said give me the sword, we said no. 6 seconds later, 2 of us are out, I'm almost dead. Eldon over there is pretty close himself. Like 6 seconds after that, he's walking away with the sword and we are trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. So, all in all, a great time.
I've been traveling with Dev, I'm fairly confident, ever since they left their village the first time around, which is maybe about 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I don't think the Evertrees have been out of their grove for much longer than that, if any more time than that. So when I hear that we're going to see a dragon, I'm a full-grown adult one who has swords from ancient necromancers. I'm concerned. What do you genuinely think our chances of survival are here, if this comes to blows?
Do you want the real answer or the sunshine answer?
I'll put it this way. I got kicked out of my home after I participated in the losing side of a war. I might not have ever fought a dragon, but I've seen some horrific things. I want to know exactly what we're walking into as much as possible.
Well, if I'm any kind of judge of where y'all are now compared to where we were then, if we don't fight it, who knows? The fact that he didn't kill us and just take the sword off of our steaming corpses is, gives us a margin of a chance. But if we fight it, Zythari will probably ensure at least 1 or 2 of us walk away. At most. the feast if
But
it
then why-
actually makes us like immune to poison and shit like that, because that's how that works. Will last a little bit longer. We won't be out in 6 fucking seconds like we almost were before. But yeah, maybe 1 or 2 will leave.
But then why are you here? I mean, no offense to Kendall, but I don't exactly see other strangers lining up to fight dragons for him. So
We were asked. And frankly,
that's
it's
a hell
pretty
of an ask.
well. Yeah. Yeah, well. When the gods decide to toss a bunch of y'all at an ancient green fucking dragon. You know. I hope they have an ace up their sleeve, because I don't know if we're, well. Yep.
If it I feel like there's no polite way to ask this question, but if it gets down to it and we all end up dying, or the vast majority of us do, would you leave?
Well, I'd probably be dead too. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably wouldn't be the last, unfortunately.
I don't know what we're about to get ourselves into. Hear things like ancient dragon and sort of cast, something like that. I hardly even know what it means, if I'm being entirely honest. At least in terms of like a practical sense. I just can't help but feel like we're about to make a very bad decision.
Probably.
On the 3rd day, you arrive in what several of you know to be a small village of tribal elves who live separate from most of society. Alexander, Kesra, Eldon, Leona, it's a familiar sight for you. However, as you approach, whose passive perception is higher than a 16? Raise your hand. The 3 of you notice Zytharia, who is walking ahead of, riding her horse ahead of you all. Her posture shifts. She's ordinarily a very peppy and happy tiefling, but you watch as she slows her horse down. And as the 3 of you, whoever would like to catch up with her, you see tears streaking down her face.
Are you okay?
Happened.
Something terrible has happened here.
What do you mean?
Like what?
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you. I'll be right behind you.
Are you sure
Prepare-
you don't want anyone to stay with you just
No,
in case?
I'll be there in a second. I have to be there. Just prepare yourself.
I'm gonna ride ahead.
Yeah, I'm gone.
I'll go too.
As you ride towards this village, it's quiet. Salix, you know there's no wildlife anywhere nearby. Eldon, what hits you first is the stench of decay. There is not a living creature left in this town. Instead, there are corpses everywhere. 100 elves dead.
Shit.
God damn it.
Zytharia rides in after you. And you watch as she gets out, she pulls from her bag a lantern on a chain. She lights the lantern and smoke pours out of it. She begins to walk around the perimeter of the town, tears streak down her face, swinging the lantern side to side slowly.
Is it obvious what caused this?
Whoever would like to can make a medicine check to determine cause of death. Go ahead, Salix.
I would like to. Can I help her?
Are you proficient in medicine?
No.
No. You can help somebody if you are also proficient. You rolled
I would
5?
I'll help.
Yeah.
I would like
Salix,
to
Can I help
investigate the
Salix?
bodies.
Kiri, you can allow Salix to roll with advantage. Atlas, you may make
Yeah,
an
I'll
investigation check, yeah. Mindy? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Is your mic muted?
No.
There we
There
go.
we
Now
go.
we can hear.
There
Now
you
we
are.
can hear you.
21.
Okay, would you roll, Salix?
I got a 24. Thank
Okay.
you for the help because that turned my 4 into a 19 on the die.
Nice. Salix and Leona, you recognize that this was a disease. An infectious disease. It was most evident on their skin. A lot of them have many bumps, almost like a chickenpox type of thing. Salix, you recognize this disease as dragonpox. It's highly contagious, much like chickenpox is, from person to person, and has a high mortality rate.
And I assume we probably should not be messing with any of the bodies.
With your medicine check, you would realize that it's been weeks,
Okay,
maybe 2 since this happened.
so we're probably okay to lay them to rest and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like it was dragon pox. It's been a while, though. We can...
I kind of look around town for a good place to put them.
I think there's a place they might prefer to be, and I want to go and see if the temple still stands.
It does. You see there are already a few freshly made graves as if they had buried a few, but weren't able to get the rest.
Well, if you dig the holes, I'll carry the bodies.
And do.
I can't catch disease, so.
I'll-
I don't think you can catch it. They've been dead for a while.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I also cannot catch a disease. I will assist Kessler.
I'll dig holes.
Yeah, I'll dig.
You guys don't have to worry about that. It's quite all right. And just the earth starts opening up in large plots.
That's handy.
Mm-hmm.
You could learn
What
how to
spell
do
are you
that.
using for that, Alexander?
It's cantrip, move earth.
Oh, of course. Just curious.
Handy.
Necromancer's friend.
Oh, wow. I would like to find Cytheria.
I would give you inspiration for that, Morgan.
I actually said it.
Yep.
I don't think that
Just-
Alexander would actually say
Well,
it.
I'm giving you inspiration for that because you made me. It's fine.
Okay.
Just take it. Leona, you go find Zytharia. Zytharia is helping with the burial. She's prepping the site, muttering incantations.
Okay, if she's helping, if she's back with everybody, then I'm not going to bother.
Yeah, you notice she just did a perimeter, basically, of a scent. You notice that after she made the circle, the smell of decay no longer permeated the area.
Was this done to them?
I mean, it's a disease. They just, I hate to say it, but they just kind of happen sometimes.
Just unlucky.
I'm sure that there are some curses or something that can do that too, or start one or something like that, but I don't know that magic.
Dragonpox does not actually come from dragons. It's an old name created out of fear. Because it used to make human skin scaly like a dragon. But that's not to be said that it could not have been used for biological warfare. Perhaps because they were not exposed to anybody else, their immune systems were compromised. Who knows?
Are you saying that our visit here could have done this to them?
I don't know.
Well, I hope that wasn't it. I hope it was retribution by the dragon, and then I won't feel nearly as bad killing it.
Could have been.
Sometimes believing something is just a better way to make yourself sleep at night, even if it's not true. I don't know if that's a good thing, though.
Sometimes there's no good thing.
Sometimes questions don't get answered.
We should move on as soon as possible.
Before we go, I'll do a little prayer to Cord.
What does it sound like?
Oh, God.
Have you ever played in a game with me, ever?
I know, it's just I didn't prepare anything and I should have just not said it. I just sitting off to the side watching the bodies get buried, and I look around to all the people that I'm traveling with and start fidgeting with my flower crown again.
So I know you're not really in the habit of answering my prayers or anything, but can you just please watch over us? I don't know what this dragon fight will bring us, but it's definitely gonna test us all. I don't even know if talking to it'll help or if we'll have anything that'll be worthy of the sword. But maybe all we need is our weapons, I guess.
Roll a wisdom check.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
Because fuck it, why not? That was better. Just a check.
Yeah.
That would be a dirty 20.
Your prayer ends, and you Whoa. So sorry, headphone users. That scared me. Off in the distance. Hear a crack of thunder.
Does it sound like it's in front of us or behind us?
Make a nature check.
Oh, that's not great. 11.
You're not sure.
It's just really loud.
Sorry.
Okay.
I couldn't mute it fast enough.
Okay. With that, my eyes open wide and I just look at the sky and I say, well, that was something. Put my flower crown back up on and get up, gather my things, and prepare to leave.
If I might take a moment.
Yeah.
While everyone was busy with tending to the bodies, I just would like to say that seeing all of these dead people throws me off a considerable amount. And I probably will back my pony up outside of the perimeter where Cytheria was doing the ritual. And I'm just going to be sitting next to a tree or something, and just keeping my distance. And I make a deliberate mark on the map of crossing off the village on here. And I kind of have a dour frown on my face. I'd like to roll the map up and I think back to what my dad told me, that maybe it's a good time to start being a little more pious. And I also will be thinking a short utterance to Evandra, because I don't know of any other entities to say anything to. And, well, if Dad was involved, maybe that holds a little more weight for me. I don't know.
What does it sound like?
Hi. I'm Devereaux. And I have no idea what I'm doing. But Dad said maybe I should try talking to you. But I don't know what use it is. My friends and I are in a lot of trouble, I think. And I could just use a little luck, you know? So, if you got any laying around, I could really use some. Just for a day. And I mean, just whatever you got. I don't need a whole lot. Just, I'd appreciate it. Oh, crap. And I tuck my map back in my scroll case and just kind of sit and wait with the pony for everyone else to be ready.
Devereaux, you feel a wind rustle your hair. And somewhere you hear a light, a tinkle of laughter, like a bell. Sweet. And then the wind hits you full in the face. Your hair's blown back. Just like that. And there's a warmth in your chest. You have 1 luck point. And that luck can be used to make me re-roll an attack against you. You have it until you use it. After Zytharia is finished saying her prayers over the bodies, you see she's stopped crying now, and are we ready to move on?
I'd like to say that I would have most likely paid a lot of attention to everything Zytharia was doing, and probably stayed kind of close by.
Yeah. She seems to be able to do this almost in her sleep. You imagine she's had a lifetime of these rituals, blessing the dead, praying that their souls find peace.
Were her prayers in a language that I might have understood?
As she noticed you watching her, they were in common.
While she's doing that, I would like to. What's the floor of this temple look like?
Oh, so I didn't even describe the temple. My apologies. It's essentially a cavern, a cave, with a stone slab on top, with just a bit of light filtering in. There are a few small bits of like whittled items and what's the word I'm looking for? Offerings. A few apples that have shriveled up and that kind of thing. It's a rather large area, and the ground is stone in some places and dirt in others, and Alexander and Zytharia and everybody has basically found a way to inter these elves underneath this sacred space.
So near the entrance-ish, if there's some dirt that, you can like draw in dirt.
Yep.
Right? I would like to try to the best of my bardy abilities to use my reference. I have a symbol of the Raven Queen.
Yep.
And I would like to trace that into the dirt.
Okay.
Outside the main entrance of the temple.
You are able to do so. Zytharia rolls up her lantern. That she has hung a lantern basically hung this lantern that's burning some sort of incense. Takes it down, extinguishes the flame, and puts it back into her bag. Kendall, how far are we away from the sword?
Do I still have that power the Raven Queen gave me? Can I still use it, or is that gone now? I can't remember.
The more you use it in a day, the less accurate it is. But if you've saved up, you can know exactly how far it is.
Oh, it's been a couple days then. Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna use that power.
Yeah, you use this revenant-like ability to trace the sword, and you sense that it is a half a day's travel east of here.
After my eyes stop lighting up and they go back to normal, I'll just respond with, "It's not far. We can get there in less than a day."
Well, then we should have a feast. Let us eat it now. Zytharia walks out of the temple and begins to cast Hero's Feast. She pulls out this chalice, fills it with some water, and mutters over it for 10 minutes. And afterwards, you all see a great, magnificent feast. Fresh baked bread, steamed vegetables, fruits, meats, bacon, wine, ale, fruit drinks. up to 12 creatures can partake, so everybody gets a piece, gets as much as gets their fill, essentially. I need you all.
My elk counts as a creature.
Sure.
Would sprites need to eat?
Oh yeah, that too.
Do you sneak some to your sprite?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Also, I have a negative dex, so I imagine I'm not too good at sneaking.
Do I see them? Do I see them do it?
Make a passive. You see Kiri just putting some food into their bag.
Okay. I don't say anything.
I need you all to write this down. The creatures are cured of all diseases and poison. They become immune to poison and being frightened. All wisdom saving throws are made with advantage. Like day 2 of Push-Up Pact, I rolled 2d10 and I got 11. You gain 11 max hit points and temporary hit points. Your hit point maximum increases by 11 and you gain the same number of hit points. Leanna, this is about the time that you recognize a necklace that's hanging around Devereaux's neck.
It's an interesting necklace.
Oh.
Did you make it?
No, I was gifted it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
look.
Pretty nice, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna look around. Is Ketra anywhere near me?
No.
Not paying attention to you talking to more people.
I'm actually having one myself made. What does it do?
It's a necklace. What do you mean, what does it do?
Well,
I throw you the most puzzled look.
I mean, it is. Are you sure that's all it is? I mean, if it is, that's great. It's still very nice to look at. Just usually, those kinds of designs.
What designs?
typically-
You know, what DM, what
Do
is...
you mind?
I mean, I guess.
You can keep wearing it. I'm just gonna like reach a small hand out and like touch it with my finger and cast Identify. Does anything ping?
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is. You gave it to him.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, I got this from Tessa Talstag like a week back.
Do I recognize that name?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
want to recognize it. Oh! Oh! I feel like from some of the stories I've heard, she's actually made a few of these. Yeah, this is a very nice necklace. But it also it's magic.
You're kidding.
No.
Okay. What does it do? I'm sorry, but you smell really nice. What does it do?
Thank you. It makes you brave in a way. It kind of invigorates you. She's a very impressive bard, so I am guessing it's. I would imagine. I don't know. This kind of magic, this particular spell is not one that I know, but it is imbued with a spell. If I had to guess, would I be able to guess the spell?
Yeah.
Even if I haven't heard
With
of
Identify, it would tell you.
Okay. Something like the spell of heroism.
Okay.
So, I think it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know more about this than I do, apparently. How the heck do I use it?
That's actually a good question. We should probably figure that out because I will also need to know that. I don't know. Hold it. Hold it for a minute. Close your eyes and focus.
Okay.
Focus. Is anything happening?
Do I look different?
No.
Then I guess nothing. Maybe if I hold it tighter.
Oh, don't break it.
It's
Maybe
okay, I'm
you
not that strong.
Oh, maybe you should take some time and, sit with it for a bit and maybe something will come to you. I don't know. I don't have mine yet. It's being paid.
At this time, you notice Atlas stand, goblet in hand, I'm assuming.
I would like to propose a toast. Here's to you, and here's to me, wherever we may roam. And here's to the health and happiness of the ones who are left at home. Good health to you all.
Cheers.
Can I pull the rest of the Sunday friends aside real fast?
Yeah.
If there's any sort of like conversation going or any sort of like way I can do this like in a not too obvious way, I'm gonna wait for that to go on, but I'm just gonna pull Kendall and Salix and Dev aside real fast.
Maybe when we're ready for bed, since we all sleep together now. Nope, that didn't come up. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's canon.
Hey! So a dragon, but a big one. Are we ready for this?
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
That's what I thought too. But well, here, let me just try something. I'm gonna sort of gather everyone into like a group hug almost.
I pick up Dev, so they're about the same.
And once I've got everyone real close, I'm going to try something new.
Kendall's into
I'm
this.
going to look up. Watch over them. And keep them safe. And I will like to cast Aid on Salix, Kendall, and Dev. And their hit point maximum increases by 5, and their current hit points increase by 5. And I will just exhale slowly, and the temperature around me just like plummets. I imagine that the Fates Chosen probably feel this as well. And this sort of thick black smoke just like pours from my mouth, and the rest of the Sunday friends kind of breathe it in, and they get aided.
Aid lasts for 8 hours?
Yes.
Okay. It's still pretty early, so you could get to where you're going before aid wears off.
While we're in that hug and after that, I just muttered to everyone, thank you so much all for being here with me today.
Give you a kiss on the cheek.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be, Fuzzy.
Are we ready to go?
Oh.
Okay. Let's keep going. We're almost there.
Atlas, you actually recognize this path. You've taken it before. You did. So the way you go to the Hopeless Gardens is directly east, and then you follow the circle basically until you get to the center. The Dragon's Lair is just to the north of this path, so you have to diverge from it.
DM,
Yes?
I would like to keep on the lookout for Skip and Biggie.
You can, but they are way further into the Hopeless Gardens than this.
Okay.
So, Salix, what's your passive nature?
Passive nature?
What's your passive? Are you proficient?
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
Oh.
You would notice pretty quickly that as you get closer, you seem to sense that there are no deer or large game around. Kiri, your elk, gets spooked the closer you get, as if they sense the presence of a naturally hungry predator. You do see rodents and birds around, and Eldon, they seem to be looking at you, watching you.
I have a question. Do I get the sense that there are any other predators around?
Aside from the dragon?
Yes.
Hard to tell. You would
Okay.
guess probably not.
Didn't think so, but just checking.
You do, however, see, as you are getting closer to the path that Kendall is taking you on, a thicket appears. They are 10 foot high, 10 foot thick walls that block your line of sight. What do you do?
Does it look like a natural thicket?
No.
Probably not. No. Well, we could probably cut into it, or the forest is really thick here. I wouldn't want to set it ablaze. That might get out of control really quickly.
You look like you could maybe walk through it. It would quadruple it's like difficult terrain times 4. And it would look, you could take damage essentially.
Yeah. Anyone feel like cutting through it or just walking through it? Any ideas?
I mean, if we gotta cut through it, I'll cut through it.
Yeah.
I can try and maybe move the earth underneath it, but I don't know if that would clear it necessarily.
Well, it's definitely not natural.
Hmm.
I expect it might have some magical properties, but I don't have that spell today.
DM, are any of these birds close enough for me to approach?
None are really eye level. They're mostly high up in the trees.
Okay.
You see a
You
rat
think-
though that's about 5 feet away from you.
Salix, you think that it might be magical?
Well, it's definitely not just a natural occurring kind of thing to walk through a forest and find a hedge.
I mean, if you're willing to wait a few minutes, I can see if it's magical.
DM, would I have any knowledge of this from my time in the gardens?
Yes. Well, make a Arcana check.
That would be a 10.
You do have 2 advantages though, if you'd like to roll.
Sure, I'll burn one.
Okay.
Nope.
You don't have any idea.
Can we take the time for me to cast Detect Magic ritually?
Sure. 10 minutes go by.
Once I've got my magic sight up, is it just a wall of light, basically, of giving off an aura?
No, it does not seem to be magical.
Okay.
It's got a magical trace on it, as if like maybe there's magic presence, but it does not appear to be magical itself.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be magical itself.
Well, then maybe cutting through it might be the best option. It looks like it's kind of prickly in there. We might hurt ourselves if we just try to walk through it.
All right, I got both my short swords out.
Or we could burn it down?
Well,
Can you promise us that?
how far away are other plants? It's just kind of like in the middle with other plants touching it stuff, right?
You can't see on the other side of it, but there are other plants that kind of reach up and curl into it and pull away. And this area, you see, it's you remember that feeling you got of the corpse flower? It's a bit like that, where everything that you see is an unnatural version of itself, as if this area has been twisted by some sort of infection or corruption.
Why don't
Knowing
we just...
that, well, it does seem like it'd be a good idea to cleanse this area with fire. As much as I hate it.
Can we just see what Hackin' and Whackin' does at first before we start with the whole
fine.
throw in?
I already put my swords away though. And
Fire.
I
No,
have my-
so I really think that after all we're done, we might need to burn it, but I'm not sure if fire's the way to go in.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, let's see how difficult it is to hack through it, as it were.
Okay. Knock yourselves out. Go ahead.
Gonna knock myself out.
Chop, chop.
Bam. No, I'm
Make
just
some
kidding, I'm
attack
kidding.
rolls.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
With my great sword, that's a 21.
Yep.
Yep.
Roll some damage.
Okay.
Got a dirty 20 on my first attack.
Roll some damage.
I forgot about the whole second attack thing. It's fine.
Yeah, I got 3 attacks. I'm gonna. That's 8. That's a natural 20.
Show those vines who's boss.
So that's 8 plus 7 is 15 damage. I rolled higher on the
20.
second attack. I rolled a 2.
I rolled max damage on my double dice for my crit.
Of course you did.
So 25 damage for the second hit.
Plus 9 is 24.
Okay,
Plus
so the
7 is
two of you
30
together are
We can
able
keep doing
to
this all day.
hack through the 10-foot cube. You get to the other side, and there's a 20-foot space, and then another wall. There's passage to the left and the right.
Like a wall? Like a stone wall or a...
Like a thicket wall.
Another, like we chop through one hedge and there's another hedge.
Yep.
I'm
Does it-
beginning to think this might be some sort of a hedge maze.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is it?
Can we just go straight through the hedge maze? Do we really have to like wander around the maze?
We can burn it down or hack through it.
Can I swing around my loot and pluck away and cast fly on myself?
Sure. You want to fly up?
I want to see what I can see if I fly up.
As you fly up, you see a vast expanse. This must be a mile wide, a mile long, of a maze.
Did she always do that?
We might want to try fire, unless someone's particularly good at mazes. Can I try to like, from this perspective? Can I? Can
Oh
I
my
find
god,
a
you want to
path?
direct them? Yeah.
Oh.
If
Can I
you'd like,
find a
you can
path?
find a path, yes.
Could I find
do I get the impression, given how thick everything is and how expansive it is, that it would be quicker to try to go through the maze or burn the maze?
Make an intelligence check.
You're so smart.
I'm using an advantage. I rolled the exact same thing. Oh, that's really disappointing. 8.
With this, it's not a matter of how easily you're able to, but a matter of how long it would take you. You get the sense that it could be fast either way. You directing them or burning it down. You don't know how quickly these things would burn, though.
So, knowing that I can only fly for a very limited amount of... Oh, I can fly up to 10 minutes. Can we make the maze in 10 minutes?
You feel pretty confident that you can.
I'm gonna fly back down. So, we
Torch
could
in
either...
hand, I say, you said burn it, right? And I'm
No,
getting
I said...
close
Okay,
to-
no, wait.
You want me to just...
Wait.
I'm gonna...
Or it is a maze, and I'm pretty sure I can get us through.
Oh, a maze. That's exciting.
So here's the thing. What does it look like we can kind of cut our way through to just the center if we keep going straight and burn it as we go in?
DM?
Yeah, you could do that.
Does this
We could do that too. Just you had a point with the fire and the attention and...
So we're burning it. No.
Well, really, I was just more worried about us having a way out that wasn't literally through a garden of fire.
If we need a way out, we just need to
can-
delay for a minute. And Blondie can take us pretty much
That's
anywhere we want to
also
go.
true.
I didn't
No.
prepare that today, considering. Remember, we told Amelia we wouldn't go somewhere else.
That is true. We did tell her that. And
So-
I do not think any dinner in the world will help her forgive us if we do it again.
Exactly. So we don't have that.
So, I mean, we could burn it now, we could burn it later if we need a quick escape. But we need to make a decision because I think I can get us there in less than 10 minutes. But
Leona.
Yeah?
Can you do that thing again where you go up there?
Yeah?
Would you be able to take Dev with you? They're very good map makers. Maybe they can make us a map.
I mean, probably as quickly as Dev can make us...
What do you think, Dev?
Can I carry Dev?
Oh, yeah.
How about this?
Does
How
Dev
about
want to
we
be
d-
carried?
You can
Dev.
physically carry Dev.
Dev, can I carry... Are you okay with...
I'll ride on your back.
Okay, can you also draw while you're on my back?
Can I?
Perfect. So, how about this? How about I will guide you through. While I'm guiding you through, they will draw a map so we have it in case we don't get through in time. I'm pretty sure I already see a way through. It's just very big.
Either way.
Luckily, we're fast
Wait,
and we
wait,
have
I think
horses
I-
and stuff.
I think I may have.
I'll kneel for Deb to hop on my back.
Okay. I do that.
Start to go up, Kendall.
I thought that as a ranger that I can always remember where I've been.
You can.
So I feel like, okay. And if that doesn't work, I'm very good at remembering where I've been, so I'm sure I can lead us all right back out. But I'd love to have a map of this maze. I think it would be amazing to have.
Oof.
I think we can do both. So I will go up and I will start directing while trying to keep my head out of the way so Dev can draw a maze map.
Okay. Beautiful. Face Chosen Sunday friends, you follow Leona's instructions and it takes you about 6 minutes, which is about all you have left on your fly spell.
Thank God. Woo!
To get to the center of this maze. The center of this maze is a massive stone almost like a hill, covered in moss, trees. One second. It is. Oh. Here we go. Essentially, a cavern with a stone top. Moss grows on either side of it, reaching and twisting. Gnarled trees look like they have sprouted from the ground and come in on top of themselves. The branches, instead of reaching up towards the sky, reach in through the stone-like roots. Several dead creatures litter outside. Deer, a few horses, a couple of humanoids that have been long since passed. Fog billows around this area. Not really reaching you yet, but you see it kind of roiling about. You see a few walls of tangled brush, bristling with thorns. Also climb up this kind of encampment. And you see at the very beginning of this, the very base, a hole, a lip, a mouth of this cavern. And within it, darkness. Sunday friends, fate's chosen. What would you like to do?
Put my hand on Kendall's shoulder. I say,
You ready, Kendall?
Actually, for the first time in a long time. Yeah, I think I am.
Can everyone see in the dark?
No.
No.
Is that
Alright.
common?
Devereaux, you can hold my hand. Alexander, you too. Oh, and
Okay.
Eldon can hold my tail.
There are a
Got
lot
it.
of other hands attached to people that can see in the dark. You don't have to.
Just trying
While
to
your
be
hands-
helpful.
I want to.
I appreciate
and I
it.
Yeah, I'm
pull
gonna say,
my
yeah,
hand
I'll
out.
grab your tail. Shouldn't have offered.
So okay. We doing this?
We didn't come here to just look at it and then turn around.
My hand falls from Kendall's shoulder down to his hand. I grab him and I say, "Come on, let's go."
I put my short sword away and I grab my longbow and I say, all right, let's do this.
I pull out my shield and say the word Mallory, and then it starts floating before we go.
Are we hanging back? Since he knows us?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't know me.
He
Yeah.
also does not know me.
No, if
But I don't know if it's a good idea to split up.
I'm not saying
Bingo.
split up. I mean, just like hang back. We'll just.
Kendall, are you going to
Be the
try to
cavalry.
talk to him?
I don't think talking's gonna work, so we should probably figure out the best way to get in there strategically.
are we not trying to talk?
Not even going to try.
I can try.
I'll look briefly to Zytharia, and I will make eyes and see if she knows what I am referring to. And I will look deliberately at her bag.
Kendall, I have a last resort. But it's a very last resort. Before combat. It could also maybe make him kill us, or who knows.
Okay.
Last resort. Definitely a last resort. there might be some leverage there.
Do I get to know what that last resort is, or?
I don't want to say it out loud right here because we're so close.
It's pretty good leverage, though.
You can't lie badly about it if you don't know what it is.
That's also true.
I'll step in if that happens. You just look at me and nudge me forward, then I'll do the talking after that. But only as a last resort.
Sure.
I just don't want to give it away right here.
Been great to know that before we left.
Sorry,
town,
I
but
forgot. I forgot there were a lot of things going on.
Yeah, but honestly,
essentially, I
it's a
didn't-
lot easier to not talk about something if you don't know what it is.
But it's also a lot easier to talk about something you didn't know existed, and then you brought it up.
Sorry.
And you know what? It's a lot easier to plan about things that you know about, but okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a last-ditch effort, and the fewer people that know about it, the better this dragon is.
Then I'm just gonna forget about it because that's easy for me. And
that's probably the best
whenever
idea.
if you think that you need to step in, then I trust you, Zaitharia.
Okay.
We all trust you.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I would like to, as we walk in, step up beside Salix and hold her hand. And I would like to, while I will mostly be directing it at her, but I am definitely singing loud enough for Kendall to hear me. And I am looking dead ahead, though. He's on his way. Watch him go the distance. He will face the odds. Somehow he'll pull through. Trust that every mile will be worth his while. And it may be the first step to find where he belongs. And you are inspired for 10 minutes.
I'll say Kendall and Salix both get inspiration from that.
You hear a very quiet
Thank you.
And I also say thank you, but forward. Hopefully you can hear me.
Fate chosen and Sunday friends, you enter the mouth of this cavern and are soon enveloped in pitch darkness, but surprisingly only for a little bit. It's a narrow hallway that opens out and drops down a few feet. You see there's moss on the walls and a slight glimmer from a pool in the distance. Trees grow in here, although there is no light. You see the floor is comprised of dirt and earth and moss, lichens, a log here and there. Very natural. And then ahead, there is what looks like a pool of green. Except for it is not a pool, though the light glistens off of it. It moves slowly, but it's not a tide. You see two brilliant emerald green eyes. The sizes of your head. Size of your head. As this dragon turns to you, its massive maw, huge spikes coming back over its crown. Its wings are tucked into its side, and you watch as he reaches his claws forward, grasping into the earth as he moves toward you slowly. This is the face that Kessler, Alexander, Leona, and Eldon have seen before. This is the full form of Daventarth. He lets out a low growl. Come to bargain, have we?
Hello.
Tell me. Hello, young one.
What can I do for you?
I'm looking for something.
And what would that be?
I'm sure it's got a name, but I'll be honest with you, I've forgotten already. But it's a sword.
Get a nudge from Salix beside you.
A sword,
I'm
you
looking
say?
for a sword. It's black. It's got a gem on it.
Hmm. I have many swords in my collection.
See, but this sword is on a pedestal by itself.
How do you know that?
I've seen it.
Have you? You are more than you appear, Wood Elf. And look at your friends. You reek of the Feywild, Eladrin. And you are so small, little halfling. Barely a morsel. Not twins, no. Siblings. And there's more of you back there. I smell you.
Gonna lean. Sup, Sam?
Oh, come back for more. Oh, my wildest dreams have come true.
Your wildest dream is to see Kesra again?
For good souls like you to come seeking my prized possession.
Oh, well, I'm not one of those, so.
Oh, we're just looking for the sword, not your prized possessions.
That is my prized possession.
Oh. Why is it your prized possession?
Because I took it.
Oh. From them?
Oh, well, before that, yes. I took it again. So, I assume you're not here to kill me. That would be foolish.
We try not to kill when we can help it.
As do I. Seeing as your friends are still alive. Now, let's make a deal. What are you willing to do? Lie? Steal? Murder?
I'm willing to protect.
It's not enough. It's never enough.
What is it that you want exactly?
There are many things that I want. There's a woman. She's quite troublesome. She lives on a continent northwest of here called Raishar. She wears a veil. Katarina Nezavek. Bring me her body. Her dead body.
Is there another option?
You don't like that.
Oh no.
Okay. Bring me her wife, Ever Hassan.
See, now I'm confused. Because we started this conversation talking about not killing when we could help it, and you immediately want me to kill either or.
Well, I don't kill when I can help it. But I would like you to kill them. For me.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I guess then we don't have a deal. You may leave.
Well, I think we will. I've already made a deal, and I'm in the process of fulfilling one. I don't need another.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. Tell me about this person. Could you?
Katerina Nezarek?
Yes.
They're a very mysterious creature. Not human. Not entirely. She has vexed me for many years. Foiled my plans repeatedly. What more do you need to know?
Well, I hope you'll forgive me, but foilers of plans, that's fairly unspecific.
Do you need more?
I've killed many people. You know, this person foiled my plans is not quite scripted enough.
She's the reason that my mate is dead.
Okay, you know, that'll do it.
Well,
Can you hear me?
now I can.
Okay. While that conversation's going on, can I message Scytharia?
Yeah.
If you bring it up, I don't know if it would be a good idea if they knew we already have it with us. That's all I'll say.
You see a slight nod from her. Y'all gonna make me roleplay with myself, aren't you?
Well, you do it so well.
There's 9 of
Really
us.
do.
I
And we
mean,
want you to do all the talking.
Great. Awesome. You feel Scytharia touch your elbow as if asking permission to step in, or seeing if you need.
I kind of just step aside to allow her to like walk up next to me.
Your mate. She was probably very special to you. Am I right? What if we have something of hers? What if we bring you something of hers? I don't catch your meaning, Dark One. It's quite simple, really. What if we have... What if... Sorry, she's better at this than I am. What if we brought you an egg of hers? You see him roll his head around, looking at each and every one of you. No. That will not do. I do not believe you are capable of such things. And if you were, I should kill you for having it. Make a better offer. Scytharia steps back.
I look at Kendall and raise an eyebrow. My grip tightens slightly on my spear, but I say nothing.
I'm gonna message Alexander real quick. Use one of my first level spell slots to message Alexander real quick and say, Blondie, don't you have that one spell that fakes death to like literally everything.
What are the casting components for message?
I point my finger at somebody. It's verbal.
Like
and-
copper wire.
Yeah, it's
Verbal and
verbal and it's somatic. Yeah.
As you start talking, saying the words for the spell, you feel the spell leave you. Mark the spell slot off.
Sam, I was trying to have a conversation.
Were you? Why don't you have it out loud?
Well, that's no fun, isn't it?
What is your choice? I grow tired of this conversation.
Gonna look.
Guess I'll just have to. I'll just have to be a. I'll have to be a big boy and I'll have to take a life. And I'll pull my bow out.
DM.
But I don't grab an arrow. I pull back the string and the black and green smoke comes around me into my arm. And I let it go and I cast Eldritch Blast on the dragon.
And that is where we're going to pick up next time, folks.